We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
On the set.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months. Not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. You talk about this Titan defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Stroud sets up the play action. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game than they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they probably have to punt it away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. He'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Hurry.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Got a man, that's Kyler Johnson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, and he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Titans had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
You look at the defense for these Texans. They really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not bad.
I don't think he's going to do that. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Trip left. Hey.
A first down carry for Henry. Pushes past him and bulldozing his way through. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 48 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal.
Block.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here you go, Tiger. Go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. And now a sneak. Tannehill trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
There he goes, right side. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready, set.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
Stroud out of the gun here. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a in the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Stroud on third down now. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. We're scoreless after one. Texans football to start quarter two, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to back.
Derrick Henry all alone. Off to the races. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Pierce. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard with the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I said go for it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Titan football.
There you go, right here.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 202 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashioning together a heck of a resume.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Henry. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. Well, some strong running. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Give left side for Pierce. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Let's go.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Got his man down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
19 driver, 19 driver. Come 19, come 19.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. Sly able to put this one through.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this 1st half. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill.
The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go, here we go.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill stays on his feet. He's still fighting forward.
And this is going to be a Titans 1st down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here.
with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Go.
Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Henry up the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
231 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Man open. It's J.J. Arcega right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. going left. It's Henry.
Down to about the 45.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On the counter, it's Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. In motion, the tight end. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down.
Got his man, a conqueror.
And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Tannehill changing the look.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First down, Houston.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Play action. Here's Stroud.
His throw incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
70.
Here we go on 4th down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now it's Tannehill. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Deep. Block. Yo, chip left.
Now Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
You're fine. Hey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Come on.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey.
The throwing again is Stroud.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
I can say this from experience, especially from a defensive back's perspective. There's not many things more terrifying than a toss sweep or a pitch play and all that beef out in front of the runner.
Yeah, I had an old coach say 3 words on those plays, toss or pitch. Set the edge. Heard them over and over.
A lot of times they roll the edge, and when they do that, that's why you can go for a long way.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Once more, it's Pierce. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Cougar 19. Jack Panther.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And the Titans are going to recover the football. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Set.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Hip, hip, hip.
On 3rd down, Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with a milestone career touchdown number 100. joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.
So for Tennessee, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get to stay home again